everybody. I hope that you're all doing well. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. Today we are doing, as you can tell by the title, we're going to do a little celeb news, celeb gossip type of whisper ramble. It's been a while since I've done one of these and I feel like I just have a lot to say about certain things. And you can probably tell what we're going to talk about by the thumbnail. But before we get into that, one, I wanted to say, bear with me. I have a little bit of a headache. I had a rough day at work. I'm not gonna lie. It was just one of those days. We all have those days. I haven't had one of those days in a while, but here we are. So I'm just a little, not out of it, but just a little drained, but I figured we could just kind of hang out together and kind of unwind while we make this video. So that's the first thing I wanted to say. Second thing being, we're gonna do a little mini unboxing before we get into the celebrity gossip, and I will explain in a second. So I have two packages here that we're gonna make some sounds with. This is the first one, and this is the second one. So if you are not aware, and some of you are new here, so you may not know, I have a younger sister. She is 17 years old, and she's growing up. She's getting ready to go to college in September, and she is an artist. She's gonna go to school for art, and so I'm gonna shamelessly plug her real quick. She makes, well, first of all, she has Instagram, TikTok. She posts pictures of her art there, and she's very, very talented, guys. I didn't get that gene. She got that gene. I don't know from where, but she did. And she has begun selling some things, and so I would love to show you some of the things that she has going on. Even if you just want to look at it, I'm gonna have links for all of that, and I'm gonna explain a little bit more as we go. But if you guys are supporters of me, I would love if you even just went to her Instagram. I'm gonna put it all down below, and I'm gonna put it on the screen as well. I would love for you to go check out her Instagram, give her a couple of likes, and just check out her stuff. If you follow the link in the bio of her Instagram, it'll take you to her TikTok, it'll take you to her Redbubble page, which we're gonna talk about now. And it would just mean a lot to me if you guys went and showed her some love. I have told you guys about her once before a while ago, and some of you did follow her, and she was really, really happy about it. So I would love for you guys to go, show her some love. And on the screen here, I'm gonna put a screen recording of her Redbubble page, and this is where she sells, stickers, t-shirts, all with her designs and her art on them. I think she told me phone cases, regular, just acrylic prints, which I think is one of the things that we're going to unbox, and it's very reasonably priced. I think the stickers are $1 or $2. And yeah, it would mean a lot to me if you guys went and checked her stuff out. And it's so cute because she left the things in the packaging so that I could unbox it for you guys and give you guys some ASMR sounds. So let's go ahead and do that now. Here is the first one. So this is an example of the acrylic print. I think she said acrylic, but if I'm wrong, then just print. And someone that she draws a lot got is named Casey. This is Casey, right? And Casey is her OC, which I learned she's teaching me. OC is original character, so it's a character that she made up, she designed, she gave a backstory, the whole thing, created it all herself. So Casey's been in the family for a while. So let's open this up. So this is the first one. I'm going to give you a close-up. Look at the eyes. That's crazy. Can you do that? I know I can't do that. So, it's a thin little print. That's so cool. And I get to keep these things. She's letting me keep them. I'm excited about that. So, that is the first one. Oh, I didn't even notice it has like a little border on the corners. That's cute. Okay, so that's the first one, and let's open the second one. I believe it's a t-shirt. Let's see what this says. It says, "Hey, what did you find? A sweaty avocado shirt to add flavor to your workouts. A Renaissance puppy portrait on a baseball tee, or something secret that says, if you know, you know." That's just like the Redbubble slogan, I guess. And then on the back, it gives you care instructions. So, cold wash only, don't bleach, don't tumble dry, don't iron, print, don't dry clean, and don't slap pandas. Well, alright. So, oh, I was wondering because I smell vinegar. It says the vinegar scent is part of the pre-wash print odor of our high-quality water-based ink and will wash away in the first rinse cycle. Okay, so I have to wash it before I wear it because it does smell like vinegar. I was slightly confused, but I wasn't going to say anything. That makes sense. Okay, so let me show you the shirt. I haven't even looked at it yet. I don't know. So that's Casey. I'll show you up close. Super cool. What size is this? Let's see. I'm excited I get to keep this. It's a medium. So, I'd say everything is pretty true to size. So, yeah, that is just a little bit of what my sister has going on. So, again, if you are an avid follower of me, I would love for you to go support her. Maybe buy a sticker or just, show her some love on Instagram and TikTok. Her TikTok is actually really cool. She posts videos. Well, she does it on Instagram too sometimes, but she'll post like step-by-step videos of how she drew it and how she got to the final product, and it's really cool. My sister is also a die-hard Taylor Swift fan, which we're gonna talk about T Swift in a second. She's a die-hard Taylor Swift fan. She is a Swiftie. I went to see the movie with her. She convinced like the whole family to go. Like, I'm talking my dad, aunt, stepmom was there, family friend was there. Like, it was a crew. And she has a couple of art pieces of Taylor Swift, and they're actually really good. So yeah, you can just go check all that out. I will have all the links down below for you to show her some love, and I would really, really appreciate it, and I love you guys for it. Okay, so without further ado, let's get on with the celeb news. In honor of my sister, let's talk about T Swizzle first, okay? So, for the first time ever, I don't have any notes written this video, which is dangerous because that means I'm probably gonna go off the cuff a little bit. So just not deal with it. That's rude. That's not what I meant to say. I was gonna say bear with me. That's what I meant. So, you know what I'm gonna say, right? Let's talk about 𝓢𝓸𝓬𝓲𝓪 and her man's Travis Kelce. Okay. Now, you guys know I am not a Swiftie. I do not consider myself to be a Swiftie, but I don't like hate her. I feel like people normally, you either like hate her or you love her. I'm indifferent, really, and we can talk a little bit about that in a second. But I'm very familiar with Travis Kelce. My family, for whatever reason, my mom's side, Kansas City Chiefs fans, like diehard. I have a Mahomes jersey sitting in my dresser right now that I have never worn, that I got for Christmas one year, but I was indeed gifted that a few years ago, and I still have it. It's a shame that it's not a Kelce jersey because it would be worth a lot of money right now, but that's okay. So yes, I've known about Travis Kelce for years. I mean, let's be real. We can be real with each other. That's a beautiful man. That's all I'm gonna say. Beautiful man. And I have been listening to his podcast that he has with his brother since like January, February of this year, so almost a year now. So I'm familiar with the Kelces. I'm familiar with Travis and whatever. Okay. So I will say, when I first saw the dating like rumors, I was like, there's no way. Nope, that's not true. It's true. And I don't know why. I think it's just because I do love him a little bit. I know he's a little out there sometimes, you know, but I think he means well and he's sweet, so I love him a little bit. I do. So maybe I'm just bitter. Anyway, I told you I was gonna go off the rails. Here we are. So in the beginning, I was so convinced that this was a publicity stunt. And let's just start from the beginning. I don't think that anymore, let me just say. Well, let's start from the beginning. If you're not aware, Travis Kelce is a tight end on Kansas City Chiefs. He is in his mid-30s. What is he, 34? I don't actually know. I know Taylor Swift is 33. Let's Google it. One moment, bear with me. Age 34. Wow, look at me. I was right. I kind of guessed. He's 34. She's 33. Everyone knows who Taylor Swift is. I don't have to explain that to you. I remember that this all started, and I remember hearing it on his podcast with his brother, that he went to a Taylor Swift concert, and he put it out there that he wanted to meet her. And I believe he put his phone number on a friendship bracelet, which all the girls, or not the girls, but anyone that went to the Taylor Swift Eras tour, they all wore friendship bracelets and they would like swap them and whatever. That was the thing. And apparently he put his phone number on a bracelet, and he like wanted to meet her or whatever, and then something it didn't end up happening. They didn't meet, whatever, but there were so many people caught wind of it. He got lucky and everybody was talking about it, so it got back to Taylor, and she knew that he wanted to meet her. And then what happened after that? Did she go to no, she didn't go to a game. What happened after that? They met up somehow. I don't remember how. You guys could probably tell me in the comments, because I wasn't following it in the beginning too closely because I didn't want to know. But a couple weeks ago, a month ago now, probably, Taylor Swift went to a Kansas City Chiefs game, and it was like, I don't think the NFL has ever gotten this much attention, not on Super Bowl Sunday. It just, like, everyone and their mother was, like, tuned into the game, wanted to see Taylor. Taylor Swift fans are now watching the football games, and, like, they all now know who Travis Kelce has. His jersey sales are through the roof. He got how many plus Instagram followers. Their podcast has gotten so many more listeners. Like, so in the beginning, that's why I was like, this is not real. This is a publicity stunt, not so much for her, but like for him. Because all of a sudden, everybody was talking about Travis Kelce. And after that game, I remember I was scrolling through TikTok and it was just Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift. Like, my whole For You page, everybody was talking about it. Why? I don't really know. So that's why in the beginning I was like, this is a publicity stunt. You know, his brother and his family, they have a documentary coming out called Kelce, you know, coincidental timing, because now everybody knows who they are, and so now they're going to want to watch it, and blah, 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 blah. My favorite, like, trend that came out of this on TikTok was the people, like, wives telling their husbands, sarcastically, like, how do you feel about Taylor Swift putting Travis Kelce on the map? Because nobody knew who he was now, and now everybody knows him. And all the husbands would get upset and be like, he's a really famous football player. And she's like, no, but nobody knew who he was. I like that trend. That was funny. But it's kind of true. I mean, I knew of him, so I'm not going to sit here and be like, no one knew him. A lot of people knew him, especially football fans, obviously. But there are a lot of people who didn't know him that now know him. So, you know, he's getting a little career bump. The Chiefs are getting so much attention. The NFL as a whole is getting so much attention. But I don't know, guys, and I would love to know what you think. It seems like it's kind of real. I think it started with they were just feeding into it. Like, everybody was talking about it, so they were like, let's have fun with this. Let's go out. Let's go on a date. Let's whatever. Get our pictures taken in public. But it seems as though this is a real relationship that's happening. They have been seen in public so many times, and like, see, this is where I don't want anyone to get mad at me. I don't know Taylor Swift that well, okay, but she's very expressive. She's very good at putting on a show. Don't get mad at me. I'm saying it's a real relationship, okay? Don't get mad at me. I think they do have feelings for each other. I just feel as though he might be more into it than she is. I have no way of knowing whether that's true or not. So please don't come for me. Don't chop my head off. I know it's with Swifties, or I'm related to a Swiftie. I know they get brutal, okay? I'm aware. Don't hate me. Don't unsubscribe. I don't know. Like that video that came out of her like gasping and like shaking when he gets tackled. Like, she's so worried. I'm like, girl, like, I get it. I do. And maybe when you're in love with someone, you see them get trampled. Like, it's scary. Sure, I'm not taking that away from her, but it just seemed a little extra. And then there's Mahomes' wife just being like, nah, right next to her, but she's also used to it and has been watching it for years. So, what's her name? Brittany. I'm sure she's ecstatic that she's now Taylor Swift's best friend now. Anyway, I sound bitter. I'm sorry. I just, especially like working in television, I don't know. I don't, it's very hard to know what's real and what's not. But I will say, like, there's so many videos of him, like opening her car doors, and like, he always says, I've heard him say in an interview that when he's on a date, he's always like protective, or he'll tell her bodyguards, like, no, like, I got her, don't worry. We love that. I love that. That's very attractive to me. We love that. Love that. So yeah, I don't know. I think that the media 1000% like hyped this up, and I really do think it started with them being like, yeah, let's, like, everyone's talking about it, let's live in the limelight, let's have fun with it. And then now I think that they actually like have feelings for each other and are doing the thing and whatever. That's great. I want them both to be very happy. Do you guys see them getting married? Like, do you think that that's something some reason I just can't picture it, but who knows. I just feel like there's such a hype around it now that what if one of them decides that they don't like the other one anymore? Are they gonna feel pressure to stay in this relationship? I mean more him. Like, is he gonna feel pressure to stay because literally the entire Swiftie nation will like burn his house down? So that's a lot of pressure. I don't know, these are just the things I think about. Are we gonna get another song about heartbreak written by T Swift? You know, like, I don't know, I'm very curious to see where this goes, because it really is two worlds that I did not see combining, and I guess that's why everybody's talking about it, so I get it. But like, did you see this happening? Because I didn't. And she was at the last game that she was at, she was wearing a friendship bracelet with his jersey number on it. So cute, makes me want to jump into traffic. Anyway, sorry, I'm deliriously tired right now. So yeah, I'd love to hear your opinions on the Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce relationship. I'm on the edge of my seat to see where this goes. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. I want them both to be happy, and we'll just leave it at that. The next thing I was gonna talk about, and I still am gonna talk about it, but I'm not gonna talk about it as much because I don't know, I feel bad. Is the Sophie Turner, Joe Jonas divorce and debacle. Another thing I didn't see coming, and I don't know none of us know the full details, and I don't think any of us will ever fully know the truth, because it is like very divided between like either you're on his side or her side, and her side absolutely hates him and his side absolutely hates her, and there's allegations been like just thrown left and right. I'm a little late to this. I was following along, but I'm very late as far as like making this video. So it's died down since then, but there was a point where my entire For You page was about Joe and Sophie, and it breaks my heart. If you are a follower of me for a while, you know I am a Jonas Brothers stan. Have been since I was 11. I just saw them in concert this past summer. I am Nick Jonas's wife. That's a separate conversation. I'm just kidding. But yeah, so apparently, if you don't know who Sophie Turner is, which I'm sure you do, but if you don't, Sophie Turner was in Game of Thrones. She's an actress. She's British. So she's from the UK. They have 2 daughters together, her and Joe. She is 20, I believe she's my age. She's 27. He's 32, 33, something like that. So a little bit of an age gap, but not anything crazy. But apparently, so he served her with divorce papers, and actually my coworker and I, that I went to Nashville with, she is also a Jonas Brothers fan, and we decided to do some digging when it was released, and we actually found the public records of the divorce. I know. And like what he like served her with and stuff. And you can see it has like, it doesn't have their daughters' names because they're very private, but they have like their first initial of both of the daughters. This was really wild seeing that. I hate that that's like public, but like I feel bad. I felt like I was like, we looked at it and I was like, this feels wrong. I feel like I'm invading their privacy. I don't know. It just felt weird, but he served her with papers, and apparently she didn't know, like she found out about it at the same time everyone else in the world did, like when it became public in the media. So that's rough, but again, is that true? We don't know. They're very private, those two, about their life, so it's hard to really like know. Apparently they had been having problems problems for like 6 months prior to the divorce, and which is weird because he served her with papers like in August or September, and I saw them in July, and at that concert she was there and posted like pictures of them like holding hands and kissing and whatever. But then again, it's social media and it could just be, you know, for show. So again, there's so much we don't know. But there have been like allegations that she cheated, but then there are allegations that he cheated, and they're just like from a bunch of people on TikTok who literally don't know them. It's like, how do you know this? Like, how do you know? I read that it had something to do with the Ring camera or like security camera that they have in their house, that he was looking to see what she was doing, and she had a male friend over in their house or something, and but then she was like, well, why were you spying on me? And it sounds like really unhealthy. But I always thought that they were so good. Like, I know she's been very open about her mental health struggles and her struggles with like depression, and you know, I think she always said for the most part that he was like her rock and like supported her through all that. But then it was twisted and people were saying that he made it worse. So I don't know. There's so much we don't know. All I know is I saw a TikTok of like him speaking at one of their concerts when all this madness was going on, and he did say like, if you didn't hear it from these lips, don't believe that it's true, kind of thing. But again, we will, I don't think we will ever fully know what happened. But then did you guys see like a week or two ago, like recently, somebody told me that he like took it back, and then I never heard anything again. So maybe you guys know better than me. I don't know. Like, how do you just take that back, especially after how nasty it got? And you know, they have 2 kids, and she wanted to like take them to the UK with her, but then, well, like, what was he gonna do? Just messy. And what tells me that it actually, whatever it was, whatever happened, must have been bad, because they were like, the boys were in the middle of a tour that they just kicked off, like a world tour, and he was dealing with this and had to go out and perform every night with this stuff going on. Like, that means that it couldn't wait. So whatever it was had to have been bad. And I just can't like imagine going through something so personal for the world to see. And I understand that that's what you sign up for when you become a celebrity. Like, I get it, and that's true. But I still just can't imagine. And I have loved him for so long, and I want to always like, you know, be a girly, but it's hard for me to imagine that he would do something like cheat or something. It just breaks my heart. So either way, it's just sad. And worlds collide. Taylor Swift brought a posse of celebrities with her to one of the Chiefs games, and Sophie Turner was in the box with them. It was like Sophie Turner, Taylor Swift, Blake Lively, like just a box of celebrities. Hugh Jackman was there. Very weird combination of celebrities, but I don't know. Wild. Like, what's happening in the world? I don't really know. So, I need to brush up on that. I know he doesn't wear his ring anymore, and I know that he's really like, I've seen videos of their concerts where you can just tell that he's feeling himself. Like, you know, he's giving the ladies what they want on stage. So, you know, when people become newly single, sometimes that happens, you know, so I don't know. But I more think of like their daughters too, and like how that's gonna work if she wants them to go live messy. So I feel for them, both of them. You know, there's two sides to every story, and then there's the truth. It's just, it is what it is. Every breakup in the world, there are two sides, and then there's the truth. It just is what it is. So that's wild. And the last thing, I'm not gonna talk about it too much, but I just wanna say, any Dancing with the Stars fans out there, can we talk about Harry and Riley for just like 2 seconds? Does it make anyone else incredibly uncomfortable? They're two young, attractive people. He's 24, 25. I gotta Google it. Hold on. Because, yes, like a 5-year age gap isn't the end of the world. It's not at all. But she's 18 and he's 26. It's eight years. He's only a year younger than me. So they're 8 years apart. When you're 18, that's a big gap. And I know they're just partners, and every year the producers always try to make it seem like one of the couples likes each other because it gets views and all the things. It's working because everyone's trying to ship them. Even like Julianne, the host, called them lovebirds at one point, and I'm like just sitting there and I'm like, why are y'all feeding into, he has seen and done a lot more than she has. Again, I don't know these people personally, but I know her family. I follow the sisters. They're a more reserved, like, they're Mormon. The sisters, like, don't drink. I don't know about Riley now, but she's only 18, but, like, her sisters, like, don't drink. They don't even like to curse. Like, she grew up very, like, reserved, and he was a party boy, a playboy, and I don't judge. I think he's a good person. I voted for them tonight. So I don't, like, judge, but I just think that, you know, she's young and impressionable, and he's hot, and he has abs, and I see the way she looks at him with the biggest hearts and stars in her eyes, and I just don't want her to get hurt, and it just makes me a little uncomfortable. I don't know, like, if I was her mother, I would be having a heart attack. I don't know, but then again, it is all for show. You don't actually know what's happening behind the scenes. Like, they could just be buddies, and, you know, they're just feeding into the romance trope for the show and for the views and whatever. But she's young and impressionable. She just moved to LA. You know, he's already taken her to, like, parties and stuff, and it just makes me nervous for her. I just don't want her to get hurt, and I don't know. I don't know. It scares me a little bit for her. And every time I see, like, a TikTok or a video of them and she's, like, practically on his lap, I'm like, oh, it, like, hurts me a little inside. This is the kind of parent that I'm gonna be, you realize, right? It's a little scary. Anyway, I just wanted to throw that in there. I just want to see if any of you know what I'm talking about. I would love to know your thoughts. And if you don't care, that's okay too. But anyway, I think I have rambled on enough for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next